center of the town square stood an old clock tower, its stone cracked and its face faded by decades of rain. No one remembered when it had been built. Children used it as a meeting place. Shopkeepers glanced at it to judge the hour, and travelers used it as proof that Greybridge truly existed. When the clock stopped at exactly 7:17 a.m., no one noticed it first. Elena Hart was the first to feel something was wrong. She ran the small bookshop on the corner of the square, a narrow place filled with dust, stories, and the comforting smell of old paper. As she poured her morning tea, she realized the steam wasn't rising. The liquid was hot, but the air above it was perfectly still, frozen like glass. She stepped outside. The town was paused. A bird hung motionless in the sky. A man stood mid-step, his foot hovering above the ground. Even the river had stilled, its surface smooth as polished stone. Only Elena could move. Her eyes drifted to the clock tower. The hands were locked at 7:17. Drawn by instinct rather than logic, she crossed the square and pushed open the heavy wooden door at the base of the tower. Inside, dust floated in the air, the only thing that seemed alive. She climbed the narrow staircase until she reached the clock mechanism, a maze of gears and weights that should have been moving but weren't. In the center of the room sat a small brass key on a pedestal. It hadn't been there before. Elena picked it up and the metal warmed instantly in her palm. A voice echoed softly, as if coming from the walls themselves. Time stops when something is left unfinished. Elena thought of the things she had abandoned, the letter she never sent to her sister after their argument, the stories she dreamed of writing but never began, the courage she kept meaning to find. Her chest tightened. She turned the key. The gears groaned, then began to move. Slowly at first, then faster. The bird outside completed its flight. The man's foot touched the ground. The river flowed again. Elena rushed outside as the clock chimed, its sound ringing through Greybridge. Everything was normal. Almost. The air felt lighter, as if the town itself had exhaled. That evening, Elena closed her shop early. She went home, sat at her desk, and wrote the letter to her sister.